and we'll delve into the rundown a little bit. How
The
much time do you have?
So I booked an hour, but I don't actually have anywhere to go after this.
Okay. I've got like the kids down. She's not down. She's walking laps in her crib, but I got to snatch her out at 3 my time. So hour and a half from now.
That's how all shows should start. We are live now.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. I'm Brad the Third. I'm in the flag room. New house, so the flag's not up yet, but there is a flag that goes here. Corey's been gracious enough to join us to talk about some of the stuff that's going on today in the
today. I finally got to announce shit.
And then we're also going to delve into the history of the uplift, how this came to be, and also a little bit of the mechanics. Like, how's this going to work? Why do we get rewarded for playing Minecraft? That's ridiculous, Corey.
It's going to get more ridiculous.
And we're hoping to do this every week. So everybody enjoy
let's do it.
And get comfortable and just, this is almost happy hour on the East Coast, or a 3 martini lunch if you're on the West Coast. And we'll have one every Friday.
I like it.
Corey just tossed the YouTube link.
I did. I'm going to throw it in the live.
And I'm going to be tossing this out on my Twitter real quick. We are not in the Discord today. It doesn't look like we have a channel that's correctly set up for this just yet. So we will get one set up before next week's show.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it in the announcements here too. We'll get that up there. We are live. What's up, weirdos? Yeah, channel sync. Apparently, okay, that's a whole thing that can happen.
So there's the link. We're live with Corey Cottrell from now. Is it Cottrell or Cottrell?
Whatever.
All right, that's fair.
I don't give a shit.
So we're live with Corey until we get done talking.
Yep, that's how this works. A couple things I was really excited about. I'm excited that you're going to be doing shows on this channel. Number one, because you're cool. Obviously. We were talking about like making a donation to Uplift Donate, right? And I was thinking, like, man, I kind of want to just do that, right? Like take some, some, I don't know, like some Our Planet earnings or something like that, sell those and fire it over to Uplift Donate. Maybe, if other people want to do the same thing, 1 wax, 10 wax, 100 wax, whatever you want to do. That's awesome. So I also ran an auction from some NFTs that got donated that should be done very soon, if not already. And so we'll do that as well. And then, and we can maybe do some rewards pool stuff. And that's sort of like the Friday afternoon. I know you have some stuff you want to talk about, ask me about. Sure. That's cool. And it's going to make things easy for me, which is fun. But yeah, like having this like kind of weekly thing where we just kind of throw some wax at the school mission and some at the rewards pool. However we want to do that, just kind of caught my attention as this cool thing that we might sort of be able to do, which is fun.
And that's, you and I were talking earlier when the Chicken Ka NFTs dropped, I grabbed my level 1 and level 2. I'm not balling enough in yet to have gone after any of the level 3s soon. Hopefully I'll just grab one off the secondary market because I do want that NFT in my collection.
Right.
But when I grabbed my 2, I also grabbed 2 additional of the level 1s just to have the intent there was to have them and to give them away to the uplifters at some point down the line.
Mm-hmm.
I did this really quickly as soon as the announcement of the drop happened because I had to get my kid. I had my wife watching my kid in the bath so that I could run down to the basement, hit the laptop, grab those real quick, and run back up and finish putting her to bed. So I got them within the first 3 minutes of the drop. There was a misprint on the description that stated that by holding the NFTs, you get land. That was not the intent of the NFTs. The intent of the NFTs was by holding the NFT and 3 rails, you get land.
Right.
I knew that. So it wasn't like I was trying to get something. I knew that. I had been paying attention in the Telegram. I'd been doing my best to transfer messages over to the Discord. Because of the situation I was in where I had to get back up to finish the bath, I'm sitting on what are going to be 5 pieces of Chicken Ka land because Corey came into the Telegram and said, "Hey, we screwed up. We put a typo on this. We have a lot of people that have bought these expecting to get land, so y'all are going to get land." So after we got to talking about, how do we donate to the prize pool? How do we put money back into the uplift to make this project everything that it can be?
Yep.
I realized that I have a really good way to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, and I'm going to raffle these off. And
So
the entire proceeds are going to go to the uplift.
I kind of have a better idea if you're open to it.
Okay.
I know that's what you
I'm open
decided
to
to do.
anything. No, I'm open to anything.
Have you tried staking those things on our planet yet?
Yeah, they are staked on our planet.
Okay, so they're getting.
I have a ridiculous amount of
that's right.
Ether in a liquidity pool right now.
So and this is the thing. I wanted to start letting people know if you wanted to start easing off on the liquidity pool or even removing some of the liquidity pool might be a good idea, because I think Aether's going to fucking moon, and if it moons, that's where that impermanent loss that they've been talking about happens, right? Like, and what that means is because the one side of the pool is getting lopsided, there's a demand lopsided on one side.
I have the ability to share my screen in here.
Yeah, it's basically like it's like you're selling the whole way up, which is not a very efficient way. You know what I mean? Like so that's a whole thing. So if you're in the liquidity pool on our planet, just know that I'm actually starting to take some of my stuff out because I think it's going to be smarter to be an Aether right now. I know I've said a lot of stuff. Whatever. I'm not a fucking financial advisor. Look at me. I play guitar. So what can you do? Yeah. So just down at the bottom, share plus should be good.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the right window now so that I don't give everybody my login to my wallet.
So yeah, here's what I'm thinking. That it's what, like 400 an hour, and you have like 2 extra that you were going to auction off, right?
Yes.
So 800 an hour times 24. What is that? A lot? I can words.
I'm pulling okay, so I was looking at it the other day, and
16,000
with the 3 level 1s and the 1 level 2. I'm pulling a half a mile an hour if Aether was equal to US feet. 2,640 an hour is what I'm pulling right now with all of the NFTs staked.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So you're looking at 16,000 and then times 4. I don't know. Come on, man. You can do math. 16
times 4 is 64.
Yeah, no, let's call it 18,000 a day, and that's I don't know, how much is that a week?
No, it's it's a lot more than 18,000 a day.
No, just for 2, because you're gonna auction off 2.
Yes.
Or whatever, right? It's this is just for 2. That's the 800 a day thing.
Right? Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. So what's 18? What's 18 times 7?
126.
So 100. Okay, 126,000 Aether every week that you can give away for the rest of time. So you can give these away once, or you can give away 126,000 Ether, or whatever wax we can get that for. It's like, I don't know, 20 wax, 100 wax, whatever the fuck it is, right? You could give that away every week on this show forever.
I like that.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, or we could give them away.
Well, that was the thing. That the whole idea behind the raffle was that it actually raises money that goes directly into the pool. But this is, I think, more in line with the entire idea behind the uplift. That hey, we're gonna have earnings just from playing Minecraft. So why not put away for somebody to have earnings just for listening to us shoot the shit about the game for an hour and a half or so?
Right, and like I'll double it because fuck it.
All right,
right? Like why not? Let's do it. I think that's a lot of fun. So yeah, this is the this pool right there, and you would just click on. This is the pool. If you go, I think there's like the minus liquidity thing. Yeah, so go up a little bit,
and that's go up.
Yeah, click on that, and then you just do the whole thing. If you want to take it all out there, which do whatever you want.
But what we were talking about a second ago is what I wanted to look at here, and that's where the impermanent losses come into play.
Okay.
And I don't know that I 100% understand what's happening with the liquidity pool. Wax is a proof of stake blockchain, correct?
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but yeah.
just to oversimplify it, because
Mhm.
I'm not the smartest in the world and I'm learning this as quickly as I can. The way that I understand it is that by providing the liquidity pool, we are providing the coins and the tokens that go into verifying the smart contracts and the transactions.
Okay, not here.
Okay.
If you're in the Wax Cloud wallet and you stake there, you can actually do this through blocks.io as well. But Wax Cloud wallet is the easiest way to do it. If
And
you
y'all, I promise, I told y'all that we were gonna get off topic from the rundown, and we
no, this
just
is
started
good.
off topic.
Yeah, this is how I roll anyway. But this is important for people to know. So you can stake your Wax, and I actually do this with most of mine. You can stake your Wax on the Wax Cloud wallet or through blocks.io, like wax.blocks.io,
Mhm.
and you earn a small reward in Wax for doing that, and you can do kind of voting and other things like that or whatever.
And you're
right?
just staking straight Wax. You're not staking
Right,
pairs
and
like that.
and that's right. You're staking directly to the Wax blockchain contract, right? And that to me is like a bit of added safety, and it takes 3 days to get that out, right? So like if you want there's like a 3-day window where I want to unstake, and then it refunds it 3 days later. Now this is a liquidity pool like Uniswap on Ethereum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like an automatic money machine. And so instead of having a normal market where you're matching buyers and sellers, right? If you go to the market part of this, you'll see like everybody who's buying and everybody who's selling. Good call. Just pick any of them.
No, since we've been talking about Aether and
right,
we're partnering up with our planet, let's take a look what they got going on.
Yeah. Okay, so look at all the scroll down a little bit, and all those red ones. Those are actually people that have said, okay, I want to sell 600,000 for 0.00269, yada yada, right?
Right.
So these are all the sellers and these are all the buyers. Now, when you do a market buy, it's going to chew through all those sells. If you do a market sell, it'll chew through all those things. And you can see there's a spread there, right? So there's like the 2.5 and then the 2.6 or whatever, and the price is kind of somewhere in the middle. It's sort of a fuzzy thing, right? But if you actually want to buy it, you actually have to buy from the sellers. And if you want to sell it, you have to sell to the buyers. Now, go back to the swap thing. Yeah.
And this is where that buying and selling is actually happening.
That's right. But what happens is go to the plus liquidity. What happens is you're adding, and for this is the dust wax pair. Fine, right? So you're here,
let's do a swap. I've got some wax.
Okay.
So I have 1.8 wax, and this is important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the wax for the Aether.
Okay.
I'm not going to swap all of my wax for the Aether, because y'all keep in mind when we're staking to the liquidity pool, we're staking pairs. So you have to have both sides of the token.
So this is if you just swap, you're just buying it, right? You're like, if you got one wax, you can turn that into however much Aether. That's
correct.
Just a straight up swap.
And I'm going to do this where I'm not going to take all of the wax, because we're going to walk through the actual staking to liquidity here.
Yeah. Awesome.
So I'm going to take 0.8 of the wax, because I know that am going to need it to have at least 0.8 still in my wallet to pair with this amount of Aether. And so I'm going to keep the one full wax there. And that gives me some room, because one thing that I didn't think about the first few times, and it caused a couple of my liquidity additions to fail and me to have to swap some wax and Aether dust back and forth a few times. Well, no, is that you have to, in between me collecting this Aether for this wax and me getting over to the liquidity pool, the exchange rate's going to change. The exchange rate is changing.
Yeah, it'll buffer a little bit
faster than you can click on things.
True.
So the exact amount that I have right now is not going to be the amount that I'm going to need to stake the liquidity. So I come over here. I know that I did 0.8 worth of Aether.
Yeah.
And kept one wax. I just used the little folder icon up here, because I don't know what else to do with Aether or dust other than stake it to the liquidity pool and then later on turn it back into wax when I've made some.
Yeah.
And then I just hit provide liquidity, and it automatically will match up the exchange rates and everything.
Now, here's what's important to understand.
See, well, one thing I wanted to point out here, if y'all remember, I converted 0.8 wax into Aether.
Yeah.
I used all of the Aether. It only took 0.79. So that right there, the exchange rate changed as I was making that transaction.
Yeah.
And it changed to my favor, since I'm working mostly in wax, and that's what I'm looking for. It changed to my favor.
Now, and this is going to happen, I think, which is why I'm telling people, like, by all means, if you want to have it in there, that's great. You're gonna make some money on the volume that's going through the 0.3%, whatever it is, right? Awesome.
And this is the impermanent losses part that we were talking about.
We're
coming back into that right now.
The impermanent loss, and this is why I pulled the vast majority of my stake out. Like, because I was telling everybody, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm telling you now, this is also what I'm doing. So I started crunching some numbers. I think Aether is going to 10x, and I think it's going to 10x really soon, right? And so when you have it takes everything out of liquidity, because what happens is, in that swap, you're basically in a situation where there's way more people who want Aether than Wax.
Wait till you see what I do with it.
All right. I mean, I feel like you're threatening me with a good time, and I'm pretty excited about it.
There it goes. Because I'm not gonna want to sit on it.
Oh, hey, stop.
Yeah, no, I see that.
Yeah, don't do that. Why are you?
I did here.
Why do you want to? Oh, you're putting it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it into dust and then restake it with Wax, but I'm not gonna put all of it into dust because what happens is if you make a huge chunk swap like that, like what I'm trying to do here, it hits the pool and you immediately affect the market. And you change the exchange rate, but you change it to hurt yourself.
Yeah, that's the thing. And these are smallish kind of markets right now, right? Like, honestly, for real, just keep the Ether. Just leave it.
Okay. Oh, you're right. It's going to moon. I should actually be doing it the other way. I should be turning dust into Ether.
I mean, dust does pretty well as well. But yeah, no, I probably would as well if it was me.
This is not financial advice. This is just a couple of guys sitting around on a Friday afternoon. It's almost happy hour in Florida, and I'm having a 3-martini lunch. So, how it goes.
Beer Belly, this is one of the most hilarious questions I've ever seen in comments. Corey, question for you. Why are you guys using ETH instead of EOS? We are using neither. On Ethereum, only crazy people are using Ethereum, or very, very rich people are using Ethereum for anything. We actually had the opportunity to potentially use Engine, and I flat out fucking turned them down because they're using Ethereum, and I'm never going to touch it. It's ridiculous. We want to do thousands and thousands and thousands of small transactions every minute, and they can do one for $100 every fucking hour and a half. It's ridiculous. Insane. Now, the reason we're not using EOS is because it's not as bad by a lot. You can still do a lot of stuff with EOS, but I still have a really bad taste in my mouth. I minted the Shipple token back in the day, had 1,800 people holding it. Like 90% of them had never held cryptocurrency before. It was an awesome onboarding experiment that we're playing. The CPU crunch happened on EOS, and literally the whole thing dropped and just stopped because nobody could figure out how to deal with the CPU thing unless you had a fucking PhD in math. It was ridiculous, right? So I'm not going to use EOS for that. And the other reason that we're not on EOS and we're on Wax is all of our NFTs are on Wax because it was designed to work really, really well that way. And like most of the projects that we're doing, so it just made sense to do it all on Wax.
Quick story about ETH. OpenSea is on ETH. OpenSea is where Crypto Dunks are housed. I'm a basketball fan. They made a Dirk Nowitzki. No, they made a Drink No Whiskey. Excuse me, there's licensing issues. They made a Drink No Whiskey Crypto Dunk, which is my favorite player of all time. It's $40, and it's my social media avatar everywhere I want to put it. That's a no-brainer for me. I have $40. I'm going to buy that. It then cost me $40 in gas fees to have it transferred from their wallet to my wallet. Why am I paying as much in shipping as I am for the item for something digital? And it still took an hour and a half.
Ethereum is totally broken. And again, but secondary scale, fuck off. I've been hearing that story for 3 years. And again, I actually think it's true this time. I think those things are actually going to start getting implemented, but it might take 10 years. We don't know, and they don't know either, which is really, really messed up. Anyway, Sir Brad.
Yes,
the third. What are you grateful for right now?
I'm grateful that you have time to sit down with me on a Friday afternoon and just tell everybody what you're doing. I'm grateful that I'm the one that gets to host this show. It's really awesome. All right. Guys, a little bit of background on me. My entire experience in NFTs began a month and a day ago.
That's so awesome.
With NBA Top Shots.
That's so cool.
I saw a post on Reddit where somebody had posted one of their Top Shot moments, and I jumped in with both feet. I didn't realize that this wasn't a Florida retention pond, that this is a up north fucking quartz quarry, just deep lake. I'm at Hell's Gate Possum's Kingdom, and there's 400 feet of water between me and the floor of this thing.
Definitely deep waters.
I am the type of person that I'm all over the place. So I have swum about 3 miles out from shore, just touching the surface of everything. And I'm looking back and I've reached the point to where I've either got to learn to breathe underwater or I'm going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, I mean you're doing good, man. Like starts a little Top Shot Discord. What is that? Like 700,000 million people right now?
So my partner on the Discord and I joined it. He had 60 people when I joined. We started doing a stream. We started collecting Top Shot resources and putting together links for people to go follow certain Twitters for your data analysts to be able to access websites for your marketplace tools, things of that nature.
Uh-huh.
And in a month, we've grown from 60 members to 1,721. Anybody that's watching the stream now that's in the Top Shot community, just a couple of the names that have joined us: Plunge Father, Steve, Von Schiller, El Dumbo, Economist, Lil Newbie, Mazone, Max Minsker. These are our VIPs. These are the people that and that's the part that blows my mind. It doesn't seem to matter which part of the NFT community I fall into. Everyone is excited to have knowledge and information, and they are excited when I come to them and I'm like, hey, I don't know anything about what you're doing, but I have a stream that a whole bunch of other people that don't know anything about what you're doing listen to. And if you want to come tell us what you're doing, that would be awesome. And every single show so far, and we've got them recorded. We've got a FM something or other where you can go back and listen to some of the old ones if any of y'all just like the sound of my voice. Um, every single time, hey guys, how much time you got for us? Probably about a half an hour.
Yeah.
Every single time. So, guys, I didn't eat supper before this started, so I'm gonna have to cut this short. And it's usually at an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I've had numerous times where it's like, hey guys, we've been in here 2 hours. You're on the East Coast, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning for you. I'm gonna let you go to bed. And they're like, so can I use this other channel you have and just talk to your members for a little bit?
That's awesome.
And it blows my mind. Like, the entire community surrounding NFTs has just, everybody has gotten behind this. We're going to change the way that people collect art, collectibles, music, and we're going to make sure that the benefits go to the collectors and the creators, and these production companies that serve no real purpose other than to siphon the lifeblood out of any creativity any artist ever had can just fall by the wayside, and we don't care. And it's amazing to me.
I mean, sign me up.
Like, and that's one of the things that really drew me towards the uplift. So the very first guest that I had on our stream was Jason from the Hustle House, and he's a creator on Wax. And it was
super fun.
It was crazy. He did an acrylic on canvas painting and then minted an NFT out of it. And I was just doom scrolling Twitter and saw it, scrolled back up to it, pulled it up, and it made me smile. And we're in that 2020, 2021 post-Trump COVID. Everybody's figuring out just how racist their whole family is, like everything going on. And so there's not a lot of things that make me smile. I've got a 2-year-old. She makes me smile. I moved to Colorado. The mountains make me smile. But that made me smile. So I figured out how to create a Wax wallet. Like, I just fumbled my way through following instructions. I'm trying to Google, like I'm Googling, how do I get wax? And I'm getting eBay links to lots of candle making supplies. So I fumbled my way through it. I managed to purchase it, and it actually shows up the place it's supposed to show up. I had it as my avatar for a really long time on Discord until I got the Dirk, and the Dirk takes place. It takes precedent. It makes me smile more than just about anything else.
Fair enough.
And I still have it. And I went back and I actually, first I DM'd Jason just on Twitter. I was like, he had his DMs open. So I DM'd him. I was like, hey man, I picked this up. I wanted to thank you for painting this. It's one of the things that brings me joy in the world where a lot of things don't. So, and I DM'd him and we talked for a little bit, and then I was just like, I just shot my shot, and unlike when I'm actually on the court, this one went in because I was just like, hey, we're starting a stream. We've done a couple of pack openings for Top Shot, but we'd really like to get some guests on, and we've had some conversations, and we're opening up our server to more channels to introduce people that come in the way that I come into to the entire world that is out there for NFTs. And he said, yeah, I'd love to come on. So I went back in and I bought a second mint of his painting and gave that away on that stream. But he's the one that mentioned Uplift to me then. And I had heard of Decentraland because I started dabbling in cryptocurrencies back in January with that whole Reddit Dogecoin roller coaster. I made some good money off of that. Just betting on Reddit posts.
You can bet on Reddit posts?
That's basically what playing with Dogecoin was in January, February, March. Okay. You were looking for Elon Musk tweets and what different Reddit posts were. Like, fair enough. It was literally, and still is, just not to the rate that it was then. It was just literally trading memes.
Which honestly, I love that as a thing. I mean, that, yeah, when we finally bring the Shipple token over to Wax, I sincerely hope that it is that level of nonsense.
For sure.
That's how it was designed.
But like, I bought Dogecoin in the first time, it was like 0.08 cents. Mm-hmm. And then Reddit was on that whole GameStop. Yeah. We're going to kill the hedge funds. And Dogecoin got caught up in all that, along with AMC and everything else. And then Elon Musk started tweeting about it. And I sold my
Doge still doing good? That was the first cryptocurrency I think
it's in a nickel now. I think it's right. I think it was riding steady at a nickel last time I checked.
Oh my God. And it maxed out at 2 cents last cycle.
Yeah. Well, it hit 8 after Elon Musk decided that I'm going to be a market maker and try to get in trouble with the AMC or with the SEC. Sorry, I pulled up Robinhood and I'm looking straight at my AMC.
6 cents. It's 6 cents. Yeah, the market cap of Dogecoin is 8 billion.
It's insane to me. It's a literal meme, you guys.
Oh God, it's so good.
But like that's the thing that excites me so much about the NFT space, because investing has never been fun. Investing has never been fun for anyone. And while I stop short of calling what we do with a lot of these things investing, it is rapidly becoming legitimized when you get news reports, of what happened with Beeple and everything else that's been going on in the space. The
Alien Worlds, man, like the Alien Worlds is right next door to everything that we're doing. And they're getting launched on freaking Binance. Apparently, they have like 8 billion Binance coins staked to their contract.
Yes.
What the fuck?
It's insane.
Like, it's nuts. Insane. It's completely nuts.
And the thing is, like, you have people like Mark Cuban coming out on different streams and on different mainstream news organizations and straight up saying, look, if y'all had asked me 5 years ago, I would have said AI. Today, find something on the blockchain or something to do with NFTs, because that's what's next. That's what's next.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to listen to Mark Cuban. He rescued my team from the depths of hell.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, he became a billionaire off of an idea after he had spent his entire life on failed ideas. The dude just never gave up, and he put himself in a position to where now he knows.
Yeah.
Like, he understands the tech because that's his background.
Yeah.
But because of just the person that he is, the exposure that he has, and because of his wealth, he has access to that information. So if Mark Cuban says that blockchain and NFTs are what is next, I believe that is what is next.
Yeah, like the amount of interest that we're getting on the legend.art side. By the way, if you haven't gone to lgnd.art and put your email address in there yet, do it. We're gonna be big.
Just a sidetrack. I've also heard the word metaverse come out of Mark Cuban's mouth on multiple of these streams in conjunction with blockchain and NFTs.
Yeah. Well, and when he figures out that Decentraland gets excited about 300 people on their server and they can't handle anymore, and that's our baseline.
Right.
Wink. Right. Decentraland has a market cap of $3 billion between their token and their land, and they have 3 servers that can handle 100 people each. Are you fucking kidding me? It's ridiculous.
I was sitting on a good chunk of mana for a while. All of my mana is now Uplift NFTs.
I mean,
every single token, every single coin that I had of mana is now an Uplift NFT.
This isn't financial advice, but that was probably a good idea.
Here's the thing. I was never going to play Decentraland.
Yeah.
I'm going to, full disclosure, everybody, Top Shot Jungle has a community plot on the Gratitude server that we are working on.
It's going to be awesome.
What our plans are is to basically build a place where you guys can come and do what I've done. We're going to using the tools that are available to us now, and we will continue to grow it as modules are built and put in for AR and VR. We're going to build a university, essentially. We're going to build a school. We're going to build a place where we can house resources and information that are easily accessible. We can easily categorize it by different types of NFTs, different blockchain investments, different what's happening with coins, so on and so forth. We're talking to a number of the people that are already members of our Discord and how we can showcase some of their tools and their resources. We're definitely going to work out a way to build Top Shot galleries where Top Shot members can come and display their moments. I don't have any idea how I don't have any idea how most of this is going to work yet. What I do know is that we have found a couple of YouTube videos. We are going to have a working basketball court. I've got to find one more because there's a couple of things that are unclear, but we're working on a working skate park. We're going to set up a big pond where people can do their rowboat races. We're going to figure out a way to do horse races. And what we're going to do is we're going to tie each of these events in the sports areas to the NFTs that relate to them. So where we set up the horse track, we'll set up all the information and resources that we can find for the Zed Run racing horses.
Nice.
And we've got this beautiful giant ravine that just when I started clearing back the mountain on the south side of the river where we're going to build the university, I opened up this huge ravine. So we're glass flooring that. And we're going to build the main hall over the ravine, over the glass floor, because once VR comes in, that's going to be awesome. And that's where we're going to showcase most of the introductory stuff. That's where the very entry level resources and information are going to be. That's where we're going to showcase all of the Uplift stuff, the Wax blockchain stuff. Our planet's probably going to be in that one, but that's going to be the main hall where we showcase all of our Uplift information, the partners, and we'll have, of course, a bunch of quick links for Top Shot because that's what got us here. That's
awesome. All right. So, hey, for you, 1QW.wham, congrats. You won a shit ton of Godzilla NFTs. And we got 24.6 wax. So I'm actually just going to give, I think I'm just going to give 50 wax. Maybe, fuck it. I'm going to give 100 wax to both to kind of inaugurate this whole situation. So, let's do this. We'll share the screen and we'll do, which one should we do first? Let's do Uplift Donate first because it's really good.
All right, let me get logged into my Wax wallet real quick because I need to type this in as you're typing this in because I don't know what I did with my pen.
There we go. So yeah, Uplift Donate's doing pretty good. And obviously, like if you guys want to, I'm going to refresh this a few times. If you guys want to join us, donating any amount of wax at all to Uplift Donate, do it. That's the account, Uplift Donate. I'm going to throw 100 at it right now just because it's going to be fun to do. Boom. See how long it takes to go in there. So it's at $5.99. It's probably like seconds. $6.99 and scene.
Nice. Hold on. Keep that up for a second.
I'm going to keep it up for a second. It's pretty cool. Just donate and Uplift Donate whenever you want. Go into your Wax Cloud wallet, hit send, hit Wax, hit a number between 1 and 100 million, and then type in Uplift Donate, one word. And then
how many Wax send. Are out right now? What's Wax market cap right now?
It is. I can find that out pretty easy. I think it's around $1 billion. But I also know that they're burning a lot of it. There we go. Market cap is 383 million. Circulating supply is actually 1.5 billion. Total is 3.7, and of course they're burning it all the time, which is kind of fun.
Because wax is deflationary, correct?
It is, yeah. 1% of every transaction gets burned, which is not every transaction. Every transaction that happens on the marketplace is where the contract is in effect. Just to be clear. To be clear,
when I purchase, like every Uplift NFT that I had prior to the chicken cod drop, because I got to this game late, y'all.
Yeah.
But when I purchased those off of Atomic Hub, that 1% of each of those transactions was burned.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna refresh this in a little bit, guys. Feel free to fire off a donation. You actually see the donation right there too. Oh, look at this too. All the I think the Uplift art thing is just like firing dust at this thing like it's its job.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank
now,
you to.
That is not the prize pool, correct?
No, this is Uplift Donate. I'm actually going to do the prize pool here in a second.
Before you leave the page, tell us what Uplift Donate is. Because there are a lot of us that are really new to this, and you guys are so fast moving forward, it's hard to figure out where you came from.
Sometimes. No, that's fair. So the first music collaboration that I did with Buidlr late last year, was called "I'm Not the Bubble." It was like a bit of a remix of a song that he had. I got to do some singing and guitar playing on it, that kind of thing, right? So we do this big drop. We raised almost $30,000 for a group called HaitianRoots.com. And they are feeding kids in Haiti. Of course, they're still trying to repair from the two big hurricanes and earthquake, whatever the fuck was going on over there. Like it's been bad, right? So we raised just a ridiculous amount of money for food for them, and that was really fun. And so we were doing kind of the post interview. We were kind of awarding them the wax. That we set them up an account for that and that kind of thing, right? And we're talking to Cheryl, who's the lady that runs that. And I was just like marveling at the fact that we turned, our, modest music ability and the power to make NFTs and this community into, $30,000 maybe a year's worth of food for this orphanage, right? It's kind of a non-trivial big deal. And then I just, she was talking about like their plans on building a school and stuff. I'm like, well, how much is it to, build a school? How much you guys need? It's like $450,000. And to me, I was like, that's a big fucking goal. So what? And Blue, it's like Christmas. And Blue, why don't we make that our goal in 2021? They need $450,000 to build a school. Like let's just do that. And we'll turn music and NFTs into a fucking school. Like I'm like crying on the internet. It's like all crazy shit or whatever, right? So look at the total on this page right now.
It's insane.
It's saying $527,000, and it's
like that was your goal for 2021, and we're 9 days into April.
Yeah. Yep.
We've just entered the second quarter of 2021.
Yeah. So now it's like, well, how many schools
can we build?
That's the thing, right?
Can we build schools? Can we build 4 schools in a year?
It's going to be legit, right? So and so we're pretty excited about it. And of course, Wax I think still has a long way to go this year.
Right.
Price wise, so it could get really interesting, and we've got some other ideas about different educational things that we might spearhead. I think it'll be sort of in the educational vein moving forward. We sort of feel like that has the most bang for the charitable buck,
right?
And so and the thing is, like, the community's been doing this like crazy. I should note the initial land sale that we did, and all land sales, 10% goes to Uplift Donate every time, right? And we actually haven't done that yet from that original sale,
right?
So that's like another couple 100,000 wax, right there, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, when Jennifer was on the stream with Raul, I believe she mentioned that y'all were still working out the accounting on that.
Yeah, and so that stuff is going to go in there. Look at this. Now it's $7.99. Just grows magically.
That's outstanding.
Thanks, man. All right, so yeah, that's Uplift Donate. We're gonna build a school and maybe a bunch of schools, and then we're gonna come up with what we want to do next. All right, so the rewards pool is the uplift.xp. Let me pull that up here. I think the most interesting thing about this is people start taking it upon themselves to load up, and if they do any economic activity in the uplift, they're like giving a small percentage or healthy percentage sometimes to this rewards pool, which I find deeply fascinating.
That's
and cool, yeah. So we did the first Genesis NFTs reward pool NFTs, and actually raised about 967,000 wax. From that, and we had a mysterious benefactor gift us basically a matching amount. He gifted us 1 million wax.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, to start things out with. So that's it. That's the reward pool right now. It's about 1.967.
And the goal is 2 million on that. And what was the timeline initially when the goal was set to hit 2 million?
We wanted to hit 1 million basically like as quickly as possible, and that we're basically at 2 million now. All the sales that are going on right now for the Chicken Ka rewards pool NFTs are going into this reward pool. Like every wax of it is going in there. Mm-hmm. We don't have any more matching funds, but still, it's like I think it's sitting at about 380,000 wax right now, which is pretty good. And then of course that is going to be in an account, and from that account we're going to be spitting out wax constantly into the rewards pool. That is going to be what people earn for wandering around the world. Right? It'll just be, whether you're playing or whether you have land and people are walking across it, you can earn wax that way.
Right. Or if you're just in game playing,
visiting
somebody else's plot, whatever. 100%. As long as you're interacting with the game, you're earning whatever fraction of a wax it's working out to at the time.
Yep, exactly. And of course, there's going to be random NFT drops and all sorts of fun shit like that. But yeah, so that's what the reward pool is all about. And so yeah, as a weekly tradition, I'm going to send a little wax over to the rewards pool as well. Actually sold some Aether that managed to be about 50 wax.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna fire that over there.
Like this is the part that I'm constantly trying to keep up with learning. I've got so we started a crypto channel a few weeks ago, and I don't know who this young woman is, but there's this girl in there that she doesn't have a Twitter or anything else, but she's just steadily dropping knowledge in that channel on our members. And nice. I started talking to her today. She started explaining arbitrage to me. So I'm going to sit down this evening after I get the kid to bed. I'm going to go learn some more, because why not?
Yeah. Arbitrage.
Like, I'm work from home. There's still a pandemic. I don't have the second shot yet.
Right.
F it. Basement dweller I am. It's just, and it's all so exciting to me right now, because this is, I bought Bitcoin in late 2009, early 2010, sometime around there.
Really?
I bought $150 worth of Bitcoin back then.
That's all the Bitcoin.
But wait, I then took that Bitcoin and I logged into this shady website from a computer that was not mine, because I knew that it was just steadily injecting chlamydia into whatever was connected to it. I sent it off to a gold farm in China to purchase in-game currency for World of Warcraft.
Well,
I look at the value value at least twice a month.
It's hurtful, man. It's hurtful.
69.2 million last month.
Yeah, that's legit. And I tell this story too. Like I started learning how to do Forex trading in 2014, 2015, right? Mm-hmm. In 2015, I called the bottom of the Bitcoin bottom 6 months in advance, right at $200. And when it hit $200, I'm like, this is the bottom. I have got 10 grand. I was going to start my part-time trading account in Forex with, right? Mm-hmm. And I talked to my wife about maybe buying Bitcoin. She's like, you're fucking out of your mind. If we had done that, we would that was our first million right there. Yep. And so now it's gonna be now I'm just gonna have to wait till our planet moons to get my first million.
And the thing is, like, I never would have realized 69.2 million.
Yeah, right, because you would have sold kind of on the way up. Or whatever,
I would have sold. Well, no, I probably would. The first time it hit 10 grand, I know I would have cashed out a big chunk of it.
That's fair enough.
I probably would have cashed out a big chunk of it when it first hit 5 grand, because I bought it at like a nickel.
Yeah, this is the thing. I think we need to, and because I've been talking to Babs, my wife's nickname is Babs for no reason whatsoever. I just started yelling. I actually started whisper yelling "babe" at her in an airport or in a airplane once, like, babe, 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 babe. And then that's
Now it's
actually
Babs.
yeah. Now it's Babs.
That's great.
Anyway, so we've been talking about this a lot. And I think we want to get in just for our own little family in the habit of selling half. If we want to take profit, we sell half and literally let the other half just sit there
and collect interest.
Right. And like think in terms of, leaving it in there until the next cycle.
Right.
Right. Because if, who knows if it 10Xs again or whatever. And, it's tough watching, especially with these alts, because they're going to lose 95% of their value. Right. Like some of this, that's just how it works. Right. They're, if wax goes up to, $10, say something ridiculous, but that's not impossible. It could very easily come down to 50 cents. Right. And that would be completely and totally normal, in the alt space between cycles, right? And so we need to be prepared for that.
And it's not even just the altcoins, like the Bitcoin itself, the front runner, the leader, the market index coin, it goes through cycles just like everything else.
Yep. Yeah. Legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things that excites me so much and got me. I really got real passionate about this space really quick because the NFTs themselves aren't going to be hurt by the cycles because especially when we're looking at something like Our Planet or the Uplift or something that has a game element to it, because there's a utility that transcends the value of the coin or the usage of the blockchain that it's built on.
Yeah.
Like, the land that I have in the Uplift world, God forbid something happened and I needed a quick hit of cash, like it's going to hold value independent of the wax.
So I do want to say, because like I thought for sure that when wax 10x recently, which it kind of did, right? Mm-hmm. We experienced about 3x of that after the sale. Mm-hmm. I was sure that the land would hold decent value relative. I did not think that it would go 50% above the price of wax increase, which is around what it's done, right? Which is awesome. And so, that like it really, that price move is showing that it's independent of the price of wax and will in fact move upwards with it. I think we should presume that in the next crypto winter, the prices are affected. Now, I do honestly think that NFTs, maybe land or whatever, I think they're going to hold their value more than the actual underlying token,
right? Which
is kind of incredible, right? And I think that because of NFTs and the fact that market isn't going to slow down in crypto winter, I honestly believe it's not going to slow down at all. Wax will be one of those tokens that holds value potentially, because we haven't seen this happen yet. I haven't seen this happen yet. Yeah. So this is a guess.
No, this is entirely new.
Right. I think it's going to hold value far more than other altcoins. Because like Cardano, when you find out everybody gets all excited about it. When you ask like what economic activity is going on Cardano, nothing.
Right.
Like it's a technology. Cool. Good story, bro. Right. I've made money on some of those too. So that's great. Right. If you get onto a hype train, which is all that is. Right.
But there are a million things that were invented that never happened.
Right. It's an idea. Like, and again, like I think they're a little bit farther ahead of that, right? And the technology is probably legit. And good story. I bought Godzilla NFTs on the Wax blockchain, right?
I didn't. I missed the drop, and I wasn't going to pay what they were.
For the record, I actually didn't get it, but somebody actually sent me some today, so that's why I was on my mind. Well, in the auction that we actually just that somebody won today, they got 10 or 20, some ridiculous amount of Godzilla NFTs for like $22. So good on you. Good job.
I did pre-order the Boys of Summer packs.
Oh yeah?
Because
what is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's cast photos and stuff from the filming of The Sandlot.
Oh, nice.
And it's one of my wife's favorite movies.
That's kind of adorable.
So I'm hoping that this is what's going to get her interested in NFTs. Instead of her just going, okay, so you bought a GIF.
Yeah,
because I get a lot of that.
Yeah, my wife does not besmirch the NFTs anymore.
Yep.
Now, granted, like her first experience of it was, I made money on that music drop, right? We raised $30,000 for charity, and like I think I made like 5 or something like that. Like I was, the artist gets a percentage when you do a drop with uplift art or whatever.
Right.
And like that to me was like that, how many gigs I did this year? None. Right. This I was like, this is
Right.
crazy.
You haven't left the house.
Yeah. And so it was huge, right? And so that, got our attention, obviously. But now, NFTs is kind of our whole life.
And see, I feel like as the usage of the NFTs continues to expand, especially with what you guys are doing with the uplift, with all the airdrops for the Genesis NFTs that
Yep.
have been rumored to be continuing for the life of the game.
Oh yeah,
All of
that's not a rumor. I can tell you right now that like if it'll be surprising if the Genesis NFTs don't get hit once a month.
Right.
And that's not a promise, but like in my mind, like that would be the sweet spot if we were, because there's so much content, there's so many cool NFTs that we can do, right? That kind of thing. Like I don't see any reason why we wouldn't kind of honor the people that helped us get started that way,
right.
all the time.
So I've been hanging out, and the floor, the lowest that I have seen a piece of land hit has been $130.
Okay.
There's one random land plot available on Atomic Hub right now for 530. That's 131. The next lowest ask is 145, and then we hit the 150s.
Yeah.
So there's
and wax is down too, right? So like if wax
Yeah.
was back up, like it'd be still.
But
about
that's the thing. We're still the entire 3 weeks. There's always been a couple 3, and I don't know why somebody's probably just trying to dump it quick because they need cash to get into something else or whatever.
That makes sense, man.
The floor has been 150. Like
Yeah.
the resistance to hit a floor of 150 hasn't even been a significant percentage of the lands that have been listed. It's always been 5 moments between somebody that needs $120 right now and that $150 floor.
Yeah.
And like I haven't seen any fluctuation on that. And I'm not a data analyst. This is just off of what I've been checking. I haven't pulled anything off the chain to check any of that. I wouldn't even know where to begin doing that at this point in my experience. But that's been the floor on this the whole time from my observation.
Yeah.
And I wonder if
I can't wait to see what happens with the rail. I like the 101, and again, like the secondary market. And Recurrier actually brought this up, but it's not an original thought. He just said it an hour ago, and I think he's totally right. Look, the secondary market's going to go nuts.
Yeah. Now the rails are all creative, correct?
Nope. 2/3 of the rail are going to be in Genesis, which of course is creative, and 1/3 of the rail is going to be randomly assigned in the Great Survival Land of London.
Damn it!
What?
So I actually have to pop it.
What?
Because I actually have to open the pack on Monday.
Of course you do. Not opening the pack is insane. Why wouldn't you? To everyone,
because
opening the pack is nuts.
So y'all gave us the plot on Gratitude, and the plot that we selected, which is amazing. I cannot believe
it is
how
a really
great
good
this
spot.
piece of land is.
You guys lucked out pretty hard.
Was catty corner to the only other person that was on the map at the time. So I've spent a lot of time with Anders.
Yeah,
I've literally no desire to do anything creative.
No, I know, he never will. And like, because honestly, he sees it as a game. This is a game to him.
It really is. And the thing is, like, it not only is it a game to me, but it's a game that I'm learning from scratch because I've never even opened Minecraft before this being introduced to this project.
I know.
And I'm surrounded in game on Telegram through Discord with like-minded people that are just like, oh, here, learn this. And I'm like, they're not like, let me come do this. Let me show you how to do this.
Yeah.
And it's the teach a man to fish mentality, and the willingness to do that as an expression of the gratitude of being involved in this project in the basement. Like, we're digging out the subgrade, pouring in the select fill, and compacting the ground. The foundation isn't even poured yet. And we've been fortunate enough to be invited to be a part of this project at this point. And everybody that's in the game lives their life showing that gratitude is an action word and helping everybody around them to put this project together so that it is the best that it can be when the players get to enter the world. And that's every NFT project that I've gotten to be a part of. The entire community
crazy, right?
is like that. And it just blows my mind. Like it blows my mind. I'm struck speechless entirely too many times in this space where the only thing I can think to say to fill dead air is that I have been struck speechless. And that's not a really good thing for somebody who's trying to start multiple streams to make sure that everyone has access to the information that I do.
Yeah, man, after that little rant before you said you were speechless and clearly proved that you were not, I wanted to just end the broadcast right there. I mean, that's all the marbles, right? Like that, we didn't set out to necessarily make that, but through just embodying the things that we wanted to bring into the world, which we're allowed to do, right? We're a company, we're allowed to sort of just like design it, in the best image that we could possibly imagine. But the community is so receptive to it because you're right, like that, this vibe that we're really trying to encapsulate in the Uplift, it's not like being found to be anathema in the rest of the community. The rest of the community is like, yeah, no, that fucking makes sense. Let's go do that. Right. Yeah. And it resonates with people in a way that I didn't see coming. And I'm just like, I'm really grateful for it. And Greg, I'll tell you, I think, Greg, my buddy who started this Minecraft server, which has become the Uplift now, we couldn't get people to come to gratitude ceremony for a year. We just did it by ourselves.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I just realized, I just remembered that there was an entire YouTube chat going on over here, and I'm just checking in on it. And
the comments are rocking and rolling.
It's outstanding. Yeah, no, yes, Edward. Someone in China is very ecstatic about my terrible decision making, all the way into like my mid-30s. Like my mid-30s, I'm a 19-year-old kid. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. It's painful. When this is the thing, right? Plan your life in cryptocurrency like the next 10 years will be almost as good as the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And act accordingly, right? So like, oh, you're selling everything? Really?
Why?
Really?
Why?
Right?
But that's the thing. Like I'm looking at I've got 2 of the random land plots off of Atomic Hub. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at those and I'm reading the description in game type creative. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's awesome. So in 10 years, when I'm ready to buy a camper, I can just drop these on somebody and they'll have 2 unopened random land plots that they'll just be able to pop into.
No, you gotta turn it into something real. Come on. And I think like with the airdrops, like you might not have a choice.
What's a better store? What's a better store of value? No, y'all said that they were going to be pack openings. Are you going to do the land different?
The rail is. I think the land might be differently. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure on that yet.
If it ends up being a pack drop, I really like the idea of giving someone else the opportunity to see it to see something intangible become tangible.
Okay, fair enough. Which is really funny because it's all digital. But I'm with you on that.
But it's different.
I guess the main thing is
what happens if I hold it till there's VR?
Yeah, then I mean, it's the game and it's in VR. So it's an interesting mentality. We'll have to see how it goes too, because
I'm talking about like once VR comes, maybe I open them so I can get the whole experience on a fresh patch of land of sinking into
like only ever being in VR. Like full sensory. Yeah, like
the
VR.
Full sensory VR.
Dude, can you imagine? Yeah, there's gonna be whole other maps to open the packs, just to open them.
We'll see.
All right. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's your NFT. That's legit.
Like it'll always be unpackable. As long as there's an uplift, there will be a plot tied to it when I unpack it.
That's entirely true. It'll be like
and to be honest, like if you drop those lands too soon, I've got a whole big ass square that I'm fully busy with.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I know you're good. That's the thing. Like if you opened it, you might get like right next to spawn, and it might be worth some stupid amount of money right off the bat, and then you could buy some somewhere else. Who knows, right? Like, I don't know. Or you could just sit on it for fuck you, Corey.
Yeah. Or now I just have even additional motivation because I could just picture you checking the snapshot of my wallet twice a week. Like, has he opened that yet?
Right? It's like 2024. Like he's still He still hasn't. Oh my god.
We're in here still doing a weekly Friday stream, and you're just, Brett, open the pack. Brett, I will give you the cathedral. Open the pack.
I will give you the cathedral. And that's the thing. We're even gonna know where everyone else is gonna open their pack. We're gonna know whose it is. It's like, oh look, that one place.
I don't think I'm gonna be the only one. I don't think I'm gonna be the only one.
You might be right. That's totally a possibility.
Like, right, there are a lot of speculators out there.
There is, okay, which is fun. I do it. Whatever we need to do, I gotta roll, and mostly it's because I have to pee really bad because I've been drinking coffee like it's my job.
That's fair. Okay, I do have one question.
Okay,
I do have one question that, like, a lot of people are asking, and a lot of people are asking a lot. When Uplift?
Monday, motherfucker. That felt good. Monday.
All right, guys. I'm shutting everything off in the flag room. Corey's going to go pee. I'm going to go eat some lunch real quick, and then I'm going to spend the afternoon with my 2-year-old. I think we're going to go to the park and watch the geese.
Genius.
It was awesome. See us again next Friday.
Yeah. Boom.